Right, we're back again. It's been a bit slow actually. I think I said that last time. Slow story of my life. Anyway, a couple of big things are going on. So we're here with this thing. Got some more GoPro batteries, so that's going to mean you'll get better footage. I'll be a bit more patient, slow some things down. So yeah, going to get some better footage. Skylights have been ordered, so I think they'll turn up this week sometime, and we'll go through fitting those. What else we got? Air cons. Well, aircon. So we're running a single outdoor unit and two indoor units. So that's about 4 kilowatts total. Sorry, 4.5 kilowatts total. So that's good. They're turning up. I don't know when they're turning up. What else have we got? We ordered the kitchen, and that's here. So that's exciting. And that's probably what today is going to be about, actually, is fitting these, or at least making the plinths for these to sit on. So yes, this is an IKEA kitchen. And a lot of people might go, well, they're shit. Well, I would probably argue they're okay for what they are. And something to think about if you're going to use IKEA cabinets. Now we've got this 10G, so everything's got to be rated for 10G. Now I would imagine that a lot of this stuff would struggle to get that rating, but so what I've done is I've actually glued, all these cabinets are glued together as well, and then they have their standard fixings, and they are a hell of a lot more solid now that they're glued. So we're hoping that's going to rate them up a little bit. Today we're going to go through building a steel plinth, getting these sitting in position. It's probably slightly early in the game, so I'm not quite going to fix them down fully just yet. They'll be fixed down fully for rough-in, because we'll actually use some of these cabinets to bring, the piping's got to come up in front of these cabinets. So you can see there, IKEA is quite clever and already provides you an opening if you order the right cabinet, like this one here as well. So we're going to get the plinth built. We'll get this fitted in, and this will sort of give us an idea of the space, and also anything that we've missed in the planning stages, because something I've learnt just recently working through this, the bodies are not square, right? They rake in at the top, or they're a bit odd. So the other good thing, while I just get in here, is our walls are now fixed permanently, welded in and glued and screwed to the chassis. So when we come to cladding, we'll come back and clean these welds up, but they're in and they're solid. So we just have a couple little things to tidy up, like up here. I'll put some filler pieces in there and get that welded in, but I won't do that until this gets lifted out. So that'll probably be another video, and we'll do that just fitting these. So a little bit of work to do. Effectively, we're just going to halve this opening, leave the factory opening, put in some bar work here, and just skin over the hole that we need to skin over, and then the solar panels will actually end up covering it. So not overly difficult in my opinion. So all right, let's get on to sorting out the kitchen. What we're going to build is effectively a box like this. Now we have two, I don't know what you call them, gussets It's sort of come down through this area here, and one down here, somewhere roughly. Right. So we're going to need to go around those, around that, but for most part, this is 75mm. This is actually going to be 470 that way, and 2300 this way. That's pretty much what we're going to build. So I think what the smart thing to do is I'll go up into the bus for 5 minutes, get this sort of semi-marked out on the floor, because it's these bits here. They're a triangle. I just need to know where they're going to end up. And I'll be back. So if you want to see a neat little trick when cutting miter cuts, right? So let's go out to 470, which is our width, and put a mark on 470, right? And come along with your square. Now, see my mark? My mark is right. That was not planned for.
Missed it by that much.
Hang on a bit, let me fix that. They smacked me in the face. Okay. See that little mark right there? Run it up to your mark like that, right? And that's where your line needs to be. You just scribe your line. Done. So that way you know the end of the square there, that's come up to your mark, which means your line's going to continue down, because there's a bit of a radius in the steel there, which is always a bit of a pain to try and get marked. So just a handy little tip. Anyway, I'm going to get back to cutting. We're almost there, and see you in a sec. Right, this is easy. All our pieces are cut. Welding galvanised steel. Yeah, it's a little bit more interesting. Other than it just throws off a bit more crap. So if you are going to weld galvanised steel, you can weld straight over the zinc. You just run a bit more heat is what I've been told. I will generally just give them a quick whip with the grinder before I do it. Just take that last little, just take the top layer of zinc off. Just keep in mind, a lot more crap comes off this, like it's the zinc, really. So make sure your workshop is fairly ventilated or well ventilated, or you're working in a well ventilated space. It shouldn't affect the gas flow too much out of the welder, as far as like just having that little bit more airflow. But yeah, I would just keep that in mind when you're welding with galvanised steel, because it's a bit of a pain. Anyway, all right, we're going to throw this together.
Goes down
Okay, I think I'll stop this one here for the time being. We've sort of leapt forward a little bit, and then we're probably going to take a couple of steps back. So cabinetry is now screwed together, and that's pretty much where it's going to end up for this side. We can't finish this side, or I can't put the cabinets that go on the end here or the pantry until we've solved the issue with the fridge. It's not a huge problem, but we just got to pick a fridge. We're obviously going for the most energy efficient fridge we can find. So we found one that's got 7 stars, so that's probably what we'll get. I think it's a Hisense fridge. So yeah, and we're obviously limited in our height and our space here. We've got to allow for air to pass through here. So 1700 is probably about the tops of our fridge. I can check this and box it, and as long as you box it back in, it will be just as strong if I need to for the fridge, which is probably what will happen. And then I'll tie in some brackets to support the fridge up there. But yeah, so this is it's a good step forward. This sort of gives you a bit of an idea now what the space is going to be like. It's a nice big open kitchen, really, and we're not too far out on the tape lines either. So the cabinetry itself is all screwed together, like that's together as one unit at the moment, and I probably will pull it apart again and glue each panel together, but we'll just see what happens. I was going to put a frame down the back here, but I'll just weld a bar across there, and that will pick up the backs of the cabinets and give them something to fix to. And then yeah, we'll stick the black vinyl in there to block that out at that level. I think the next sort of step for framing, and I think unfortunately the next few videos, you know, are going to be a lot of videos about making frames, which I'm sure you will get sick of, but probably the next step will be to clean these windows, get them blacked out where we want them blacked out, and then we're going to fill in here for the shower and the bathroom, and that's going to soak up a lot of light in this back area. It's going to make this back area quite dark. So because yeah, at the moment we are trying to get everything together so that we can start running all our services and bits and pieces, but it's coming along. I think it's, you know, when you're trying to do this stuff by yourself and work and whatever else, and I row a lot, so you know that's a fairly long endeavour. Yeah, but it's still moving forward, which is good. Anyway, thanks for sticking with us on another one. And yeah, like I said before, it's just going to be a little slow. There's a bit more framing and welding to do, and yeah, thanks for coming on the journey. All right, well, as I said, if you want to see more of this stuff, just hit the subscribe button, and I'll try and keep making these videos as quick as I can. Trying to get one out every week is a bit of a challenge, but I'll do my best. For a little while we might go to fortnightly, just as time permits, but I'll do my best. So anyway, see ya.